Here we go. Seems like the same old story again. Leafs lose 4-0, up in the series 3-2. That's the funny part. They're up in the series 3-2. I'm going to have the balanced approach here. There's a bit of a rant to be had. There's a bit of a positive outlook to be had. But I can't avoid this. I just can't. It's honestly a disturbing image. It's a disturbing stat. Number 16 is obviously the worst in that aspect. I want people to remind themselves that Matthews has performed in big games. Like, don't get it twisted. I've been a Matthews defender for a while. I can't be a defender of him tonight. Watching his effort in some aspects and watching Nylander's aspect, again, look at those guys' numbers. They've scored big goals in big games, at least in the first round. Mitch, I mean, it's a bit of a disturbing stat. I'm not going to lie. So, close it out series. They're 1-13 with this core. It's honestly sickening. It is across the board sickening. I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. The positives are they're up 3-2 in the series. The Sens were always going to push back. Like, from the beginning, I said Leafs in 6 in this series. I did not think they were going to sweep. I thought maybe they would win tonight. Home ice, new guys around this team that are playoff, I would say tested. Craig Berube, they just didn't face much adversity. They didn't. Tonight is finally the first thing of adversity, and I'm going to say this straight out. If you don't win Game 6, well, you're in a Game 7 scenario, and the legacy of this core is up, right? What drives me nuts, though, is the lack of urgency and effort from certain guys. 88, 16, 34. How, in a massive game to potentially close out your rivals, the Ottawa Senators, you are performing like that in the third period? They actually turned it up a little bit when they were down 2-0. Like, Matthews, I don't know how he doesn't score the one where he waits out Allmark. I don't know if it hit the post or got a piece of him. It doesn't really matter. That giveaway from him on the power play and Nylander's effort, I don't care. And again, I'll shut up my brother because he's a massive Nylander guy. His argument was, okay, Nylander was flat-footed and Cousins is on the move. I would say it's the liability aspect of what you do when you have a 5 forward power play. The Sens have now scored 2 shorthanded goals in the last couple because the 5 forward power play. And I'll say this. I don't care if Nylander was flat-footed. I don't care if it was unlikely he was going to catch Dylan Cousins on that shorthanded goal that puts the Sens up 2-0. Skate your ass as hard as you can. Even if you think you're not going to catch him, skate like your life depends on it. And Willie doesn't do that there. He probably in his head goes, okay, I'm going to save my energy here because I can't catch him. Hope that Stolarz makes it safe. Bro, I don't care. You busting your ass to get back might screw up Cousins, might make him panic. You don't know unless you do it. And the Matthews giveaway, bro, you're the captain, man. You wear the C. Again, I've been a huge Austin guy for a long time here. You wear the C. It comes with certain responsibility and it comes with certain ownership. I effed up. That is on me. Where is that accountability? Straight up. In my opinion, the media shouldn't have to ask about it. And you don't have to go all Jack Campbell like negative Nelly on everyone. You don't. You just take ownership. That's what the guy with the C does. So, that's why with Leaf fans, it's so refreshing to see a guy like Matty Nyes wear his heart on his sleeves, have that passion. Don't stop! Don't stop! That's the best way to say it. Do not stop! Don't stop moving. Don't stop skating. Don't stop hitting. Don't stop anything. It's playoff hockey, man. Like, I'm watching guys on Ottawa. It's just a motor. It's just nonstop. And I was even saying that earlier in the series. The Leafs win 2 tight games, 2 overtime games, and it could have been flipped. The confidence in Toronto after Game 3 came with 2 aspects. 1, you had a hot goalie, and 2, you got some big goals from your star players. Specifically, some big plays from, obviously, Nylander, Tavares, and that goal in Game 1 from Marner. Why is it that Mitch just, as this series goes on, it's just, like, it drives me nuts. And every year, it's every year. So, things could change. There's no, oh, woe is me, the series is over from me here. Like, the team's capable of doing it. Like, they were up 3-1 in this series in 2022, 2023, sorry, against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Had a chance to close it out on home ice in Game 5. They didn't. Then they went to Tampa, and you guys know the rest. Johnny T wins it in overtime. You could basically say they're in the same situation here. Because for me, Game 3 overtime and Game 4 overtime is like this. I would make the argument the Sens maybe deserved Game 2 or 3 more, where the Leafs deserved Game 4 more. So toss it up. The Leafs could have been up 2-1 in the series. Then Game 4, they go up 3-1. We're in the exact same situation in my eyes as 2023. I understand everyone's going to make their jokes. The Leafs potentially choking a 3-0 lead in the series. You have to face adversity in a Stanley Cup run or a playoff run. You just have to. Craig Berube knows that. Leafs organization knows that. The players need to remind themselves that. There's no more fooling around here. So, these guys that I just showed on the screen, and I would somewhat say minus Tavares, because there's a few things. 1, the age. 2, he's the only guy that really has scored a massive goal to send the Leafs to the next round. And he has 3 goals in this series, and I think he's actually been the most consistent of that core 4 in this series. Truly. Nylander's made some big plays, but after tonight, oh my goodness, man. The effort is everything for some fans, especially like on the older generation side. How can they watch Doug Gilmour and Wendell Clark and then watch what 88 did tonight, right? So that's why for so many, it's so refreshing to watch Matty Nyes. And I'll say one more thing. To the young fans that showed up with brooms and all that stuff, it's fine. I was joking around with the broom as well. It's all fun and games. But some of the language that was put out there after 3 wins, 2 in overtime, is disturbing. They don't know what it meant to get star players like this. They don't know what it was before Austin. I think sometimes, and again, I'm sounding like an unk in saying this, if you're 15, 16, like, you were either not alive or barely alive when Sidney Crosby scored the golden goal. Isn't that crazy to say? That's, like, insane. It makes me feel on the older side. But, yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts. My sense right now is that Berube, unlike Keefe, is going to look at these guys and go, what do you want? What do you want to happen out of 1, your career, 2, your legacy with Toronto, and 3, this offseason? Because the core and everyone on the Leafs have always talked about keeping the guys together. Well, Troy Living's done a spectacular job in bringing certain guys in. So if you were to move on from 2 of the 4 guys I just showed on the screen, you still have a lot of structure built with this team and would have some cap space to work with in the offseason. I don't think there's any guarantees for anything anymore. Troy Living's built a good team around the perimeter, built a good defense. I said it last year. As great as it is that Berube and Troy Living prioritized the defense, and Troy Living did that in terms of the moves. Tanev, Carlo, OEL. I respect it big time. Specifically, like also OEL was scoring a couple goals in this series. I respect it big time. He built the defense. But now, in a Game 5, you get 0 goals. You get shut out on home ice. Now it's down to the scoring. Who wants it more? Enough with the reaching, please. Enough with the reaching. Get in there. Do you want the puck? Do you actually want the puck? Some guys were physical tonight. Some guys wanted the puck. Some guys are doing the reaching. Get in there, man. Anyways, I'm done. Game 6, I'll be live on YouTube. That's how it is. No one should be counting the Leafs out here. They can very much win Game 6. Then Game 7, if that gets there, then yeah, you're talking different storylines here. But Game 6 is very much the Leafs can go, hey, we're up 3-2 in the series. We've been a good road team. The heat is not on us to win at home. We can do what we did in 2023 against Tampa. Thanks, guys. Hit that subscribe button, like, notification bell. See you in the next one. Peace.